Welcome to another episode of G's Place, and I'm your host, Gladys Toscano. Today's guest is Dr. Karen Krowski, who is a licensed school psychologist and an energy therapist who focuses on energies and different techniques for healing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Karen, for agreeing to be on the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you. And I just think it's important to let people know with illnesses all the different ways we can heal and we can focus on our health energies and our concerns. Because when you don't feel good, it's important. So tell us about energy therapies with the specific technique I appeared at in your home, the group I participated in. It's called Tong Ren Healing, right?
That's correct, Gladys. Tong Ren Healing is maybe best understood as acupuncture without needles.
Right, that's exactly how I explain it. Acupuncture without needles. It's a very interesting concept. And you can see the little displays we have here, the human form, the head, we have a horse, and we also have a dog. And what she does with this technique of Tong Ren Healing is a process called tapping, correct?
Well, that's one of the modalities that we use,
right.
The tapping.
So explain to us what tapping actually is.
Okay, well, I first would like to explain that we all have a biochemical system with our chemistry, our blood, the chemicals working in our body. We have a biomechanical system. We have our bones, our muscles, our organs, but we also have a bioelectrical system too. So we have an energy field around us, and doctors may focus on your brain by taking an EEG or your cardiogram, an EKG. We measure the electrical output of the brain or the
Interesting.
heart. But we also need energy, just like we need to breathe. We need blood flow. We need the qi, which is the Chinese word for energy. It's all around us, healing, and the interchange of positive energy can assist our organs and our functioning to work optimally. So this is a complementary therapy that can be done alongside conventional medicine. It can be done with psychology, with medicine, with nursing. It can be done in any kind of context, and not instead of conventional therapy, but to assist conventional therapy so that your body can work the best.
I'm so glad you said that, because it's important to let people know that you're not in any way trying to say instead of.
Right.
This is, as you said, complementary, and it's meant as another form of assisting you with your healing process.
Exactly.
So now explain to us, the class that I attended, and that I actually filmed in your home and videotaped, was a Tong Ren Healing group that you conduct on Tuesdays in your home.
Yes.
And what we're going to do is put the information at the bottom of the screen, letting people know that you offer this group therapy. Explain to us exactly what happens in the Tong Ren Healing group.
Okay, in the group, anybody can come. We even have some dogs that come because it works on animals, and in fact, they're the best patients.
Yes.
They gravitate toward what feels best.
Mm-hmm.
In the group, everyone has a chance to just take a turn and express an intention. Whether they have an anxiety problem, whether they're stressed, whether they have a backache, a shoulder ache, or for more serious conditions, some people come with cancer. Mm-hmm. So what we do is everybody has a turn, and we just sit in a relaxed position, and the first person tells whatever they'd like to work on. Mm-hmm. And all this is doing is removing a blockage in your own energy field so that your own body can heal itself. I'm not doing anything to you. But what I am tapping on are the meridian points, or Tong Ren energy points, that were developed by Tom Tam, an acupuncturist from China who came to this country and developed this modality. He's in Quincy, Mass, and in Chinatown. And now this modality is being offered all over the world. In fact, MDs are being trained, as we speak, I think, in Italy and other countries.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it works on the mind, body, spirit emotion modality, that we all need to have all of them in balance. And one little blockage can throw everything off. So if it's in the energy field, then we can work on that very easily by removing a blockage with this modality. For instance, if you had a condition, this is the book that Tom Tam developed. So if you had a stomach issue, which your stomach was growling a little bit, I would look in the book, and he has tested all of these points to see which one is the best. What I would do is take the model. This is an acupuncture model of a human with the points on it. And what I would do is look in the book and tap on whatever points are listed for stomach issues. So the first one would be T8 left, so I would tap. And that tapping just indicates that's the area of intention that we would like to work on and to remove any blockage. And then T9 left. This is the back area of the stomach. And CV12, the front point of the stomach, and opening up any blockages. And it's a very relaxing technique. As I tap, people like to close their eyes. They don't have to, though. But someone else in the group can benefit by this point. Even though they don't have a stomach issue, it might be something else they may benefit from.
Now, I can attest to that because the group therapies that I went to, lots of people, as you go around the room, their ailments are an ailment that you may be dealing with. Right. It was the most relaxing hour and a half ever, because you just sit there, you take your shoes off, and you just sit there and relax, and it was wonderful.
It is, and we all know that the body does heal when it's most relaxed.
Yes.
And then we also would go to LI18, that opens up the vagus nerve for more blood to circulate, and LI17, the phrenic nerve, that innervates the diaphragm, relaxes the breathing, allows more oxygen to move wherever it needs to go. And then stomach 36 is a good point for anybody with any autoimmune problems, and LI11. And kidney meridians, we open up the kidneys. And then what I like to do is then take all of those blockages and imagine the blockages that you may have in your energy field affecting your stomach, and let's just collect them at the tops of our feet and let them flush out the soles of our feet and recycle into something beneficial, all those negative blockages. And I'm feeling some tingling right now.
I love this.
Yeah.
I really do.
So, and we'll just flush them out. And then we would do the same for the next person. But oftentimes, even if someone doesn't have a stomach issue, the points that I tap on are good for other issues.
Other issues, right. I remember that. And also in the group, there were several people who were there with chronic illnesses as a result of Lyme disease that you will also see at work. Did you hear myself? With chronic diseases from, Lyme disease, and they were quite ill. And the tapping goes around to each person in the room, and you actually benefit from the tapping that you're doing for a different person.
That's right.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I was going to you for the broken toe.
Oh, how is that, by the way?
Fine.
Oh,
only every now and then when it rains, it'll be a little stiff and whatnot. But now I'm coming to you for the knee, because I still go to her. I find it very, very interesting. Now, tell us about the training involved to offer these modalities to people.
Okay. Well, initially, I was a patient of Tom Tam's. I found out about this I also had serious Lyme disease and had been undiagnosed, and then got treated conventionally, but still didn't feel right. I still felt tired. My eye was hurting. I didn't know why I didn't feel like myself, even though the blood test showed everything was cured or the tests were negative. And then I found out about Tom Tam and this Tong Ren. So I went to his class twice a week for 3 months, and then unbelievably, felt like myself again. The pain in my eye went away. I had energy. I could walk without someone pushing me from behind. So I said, what is this? So I said I wanted to learn the training myself. So the training that I took, other than being involved in 3 months, twice a week as a patient, involved 2 full days of training. For the first day, you learn the theory and how Tong Ren works. It's based on quantum physics, and that's not my expertise, so I will not be going into that. But if you're interested, you could look online. And then the second day is the whole practical application. We would practice on each other in the class. Then you go as often as you can and assist in a class. So you assist the tapping instructor, and then you really learn the modalities on your own. There are books. This is the book that Tom Tam developed with the whole series of points that have shown optimal benefits. And then there is a great Tam healing system by Joe Lucier, who is a licensed massage therapist and a trainer. And it's a great book with illustrations on the meridians, on the different systems in the body, and it's a wonderful manual to have as a reference too. So it really is both hands-on learning and class learning.
Oh, I think that's fantastic. I think it's wonderful. I mean, it sounds like it's really in-depth and it's very thorough, and it offers such a benefit to people. And you took that training in this country, or?
I took it in Quincy.
In Quincy, Mass?
With Tom Tam.
Okay,
it's
excellent,
offered in other places. And also, I did want to mention that anybody who comes to the class will be given this little booklet.
Yes, I have this book.
And in it, a description and explanation of Tong Ren is in here by Dr. William Daly, who is the president of the Oriental Culture Institute Healing Research Foundation. And he's also a professor at Tufts Medical School, a clinical instructor.
Oh, well,
and
that's
he
good.
Explains everything very well on how it works. So Tom Tam also has a class at Spalding Rehab, helping people with neurological issues too.
Well, as I explained that I filmed the class, and we're going to look at some of the videotape that was there, and we sort of discussed it already, but I think it's important to people to understand exactly how relaxed the atmosphere is. So we're just going to show a little bit of that clip right now so people can get a feel for how relaxing that is.
Okay, opening up the vagus nerve and the phrenic nerve, balancing breathing and blood flow. Opening up lung 7, asking for more oxygen to circulate, improving the breathing. Phrenic nerve innervates the diaphragm, so you want to relax that. Just relax your belly. And imagine breathing in that white chi through your nose, relaxing your belly, and exhaling through the belly.
To people. Now, Dr. Krowski, please show us some of the tools that you use in this Tong Ren practice. You said that you also use it on animals, right?
Yes, I do.
And I have this wonderful, now I witnessed this, by the way, because when Dr. Krowski goes around the room and everybody says what their ailments are, the owners of the dogs who attend also say what the dog's issue is. Because just if anyone is a pet lover like I am, you know that when your animal gets sick, it's like a child. You just have to deal with it.
How about you, Mary?
Okay, we do my blood sugar.
How's it been lately?
Good until today.
Yeah, what happened today?
Oh no,
It was low?
yeah,
Well, maybe the tapping is helping and you don't need as much insulin.
maybe not.
You should really
To
keep
do
track.
that, and then my left wrist has been killing me. I don't know if it's arthritis or what.
Did you injure it somehow?
No,
Just started?
I don't know if it just started, but it got really bad in the last few days.
Okay. So
And then Trix needs her
she has a UTI.
She has a UTI.
She hasn't had one in a while. We've been
And
forgetting
her
to tap
heart,
for her.
because we're getting ready to go see her heart doctor.
Her heart's still improved though, right? It's
I
better.
hope so. We'll find out in a couple of weeks. And then both of them for their
Trachea. Okay. So we'll work on the diabetes type 2, taking out all those blockages and grounding us to the earth and nature.
So tell us how you use this thing, this dog body. It's the body of a dog.
This is an acupuncture model of the dog, and that's an acupuncture model of the horse. And because the meridian points have changed because of Tom Tam's practice and experimentation, they're not exactly these points that I tap on. So what I would do was tap for the issue with the human model and then use this laser on the animal, on the issue that the animal is experiencing. For instance, if it's a ligament problem, then I would focus on the area where the dog,
usually
animal,
hip.
The hip.
Yes, dogs
I
with
would
hips.
put that there. And that's another means of focusing intention on healing that area.
Right.
And then whether, you'd move it to the organs, another animal. A horse actually was having a lot of issues with digestion. And so
You put it on
we
the
put it on the
intestines.
intestines.
Cool.
And then I let the person borrow it overnight, the laser. And she said by the morning, the dog was pooping regular poop. So
Sorry for the graphic,
right,
but it is
sorry,
what it is.
but that's what it was. So it also works on emotional issues. Even for animals, they can have some emotional issues too.
Separation anxiety. I know about that one.
Yeah, and they can have fear. If they're barking a lot, or they can have trauma if they were a rescue dog and you don't know the
Right.
background of the dog. So it's really very helpful for the animals too. So when we work on emotions, I can put the laser and tap at the same time on the limbic cortex, which is where we store emotions. That's all around GB13.
Now, I think everyone can see this. This is just like a bust, right? A head bust?
With the meridian points, the
Right.
Chinese meridian points. And another good point is if we would like to tune into our own intuition, we could put it on between the eyebrows
eye,
on the third eye, depending on what the issue is. If we're working on muscular, skeletal, or organ issues, we can put the laser on whatever that is, on the organ, or I like to put it sometimes on the immune system during the group so that we can all benefit from an immune system boost while I'm tapping. For each individual.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I witnessed it. I was there, and I know when you leave there, you feel so relaxed. So totally
glad to hear
relaxed.
that.
And
Yeah,
I mean, it's worth trying, Now, then this is a question, okay? What would you say to the naysayers out there about, this is not in any way a conventional thing, the skeptics.
Oh.
What would you say to them? Look in the camera and tell them.
It's natural to be skeptical. I was skeptical myself. I said, what is this? It's voodoo. I don't want any part of that. And then I said, well, my daughter also was trained in it first, and she was in school, chiropractic school in California. I said, what did she do? She brought back these weird trainings. But when she was doing it on the phone, it can also work on the phone, which really sounds crazy. She was working on the phone with a woman who had terrible eczema. And at that time, I said, oh, she's really nuts. She's doing it on the phone. And she said, are you feeling tingling? Meanwhile, I had this rash in my hand. I didn't know what it was. I blamed it on my husband using my towel. And as she was tapping on the phone, I started to feel this tingling here. And I said, well, I'm feeling tingling too. And I said, that's weird. Maybe this is eczema. I didn't know what it was. And a few days later, the woman called my daughter back and said her eczema is gone. All that's left is the white spots where she didn't have a tan. The eczema was blocking the tan. I looked at my hand and my rash was gone, and it never came back. So I said, okay, I'm skeptical, but I'll give it a try. And then I went, and it's a wonderful place to go. Everyone is very kind at the Tom Tam Center in Quincy. If anyone has a chance to go, it's 13 or 15 Cottage Ave.
You know what I'll do? You give me that, and then we can put it at the end of the show, all the information as well as how to reach you. I just think you got to be open to new things.
Yeah,
so would you tell people?
Everybody
Give
is
it a
skeptical.
try.
Who wouldn't be? If you just open yourself to anything, that's not good.
Good. No.
No, but watch it and give it a try. And if it's not for you, nobody is saying that you have to do anything. It's your own free will. But even if you're skeptical, but you're open, it will still work.
Yeah. Because I know a few people, actually 3 people who were going to the group when I was going to the group. And because it conflicts the Tuesday nights with something else that I do, my Bible study group, I wasn't going as often. I would go when I can, but I had private sessions with you. So I know several people in the group who look amazing now. Lyme disease patients and other patients, yes.
Yeah, especially the person from Australia that moved. She credits Tong Ren for her success in healing the Lyme disease.
Yes, and so I know that, I mean, listen, try it. It can't hurt.
And it complements any other modalities that you choose.
Exactly.
And there are no side effects. The only side effect is feeling good.
And who doesn't want to feel good today? I mean, we all have our busy lives. We do what we have to do. If you have children, you know how busy you are. It doesn't hurt to try something new. Now, let me ask you a question. What other therapies or modalities do you use with the energy therapies?
Okay, well, there are 2 other energy therapies that I do, but I did want to mention that we do have, this is part of Tong Ren, that Tom Tam has developed brainwave entrainment devices. And somehow he has the healing chi to help your vibrations vibrate, your own vibrational energy to vibrate at healing frequencies rather than diseased or malfunctioning ones. So he has the eyeglasses that you can turn on and can help you with eye issues. And you know somebody who benefited
from that. Yes, I
no more floaters for her. And then we have, I call it the TikTok machine, that has been really helping people with cancer. It helps them have less side effects if they're going to
the chemo and the radiation. Oh, that's so important.
And you put one of the probes on the meridian point, and then the other probe on where the
actual cancer is in the body.
Or if you have a sore knee, you would put one on the meridian point
I
for
want
the
that
knee,
one.
and the other one right on the knee. And then you can download these on your iPod. They're healings, chi, vibrations for a variety of various modality illnesses, such as, or conditions, I should say. Emotional healing. There's weight loss in here that's been helping. Immune problems. So sleep problems, sleep apnea. So there are a lot of those that you could listen to in there.
And you just download them from the internet?
I would have to give them, no, they're not freely available. I'd have to have permission to give them to you.
Oh, okay. And
you could listen to them on your own. And the one thing I did want to say is this isn't for a fee. It's only for a donation. And if you come to my class or Tom Tam's class, there's a donation box, and you put whatever you'd like to put.
Oh, that's amazing.
Donation.
I should have mentioned that. When I went to her group, she just has a little basket there, no pressure, and whatever you can afford, basically. That's wonderful. Because I know you help people. Karen, I know you help people. I've seen it.
Well, I use the money to buy these. He doesn't give these to me for free, so I buy them and upgrade whenever I can, too.
Now, what are the headphones for?
Well, the headphones are similar to the iPod, but you put the headphones on your ears, and then you put this on whatever area you have a difficulty with. Or you can just put it on the top of your head for any brain functioning that you'd like to improve, on the third eye.
Well, some of us do need some brain functioning improvement.
We all need something at certain points.
Yes,
and
we
it's
do.
a relaxation too. So this is general healing. It doesn't have specific programs.
Right.
So this would be overall healing.
I would imagine that's also good, so like a meditative kind of
It
thing
is.
too, which is very good. Just zoning out and just being still can't hurt.
And it's about 12 minutes, and it makes you take time for yourself. How often do we say, oh, I need to take time for myself to
Right,
do that?
right.
But
You're
we're so
absolutely
busy we
right.
don't have that.
And especially for you moms out there, you got to do it. If you don't refuel, you have nothing to give. So it's important to take that time at the end of the day when you get all the little people in bed. Take some time for yourself. It's very important.
And this works on the little people too, on children.
Children, yes.
Yeah,
See, I love
I've had
that.
a lot of success working with kids. They're
Kids.
open. Some of them have nightmares. Two little kids came to one session, and one was saying that the other sibling was bothering them all the time. You know how kids are.
Yes.
So we worked on that. And I don't know what happened. They came to a health fair, but little things like that can really help kids. Or if they're having some troubles in school or feel they're being bullied, this can give them a sense of confidence too. It's all tuning into your own inner wisdom and your own ability to heal and feel confident. And the other energy modalities that I do, I am a member of ACEP, that's Association for Comprehensive Energy Psychology. So I've been trained in, you might have heard tapping.
Yes.
That's EFT, Emotional Freedom
Freedom
Technique.
technique, yes.
So that's tapping for an issue that you have. Even though I have a problem with my stomach, if that were you, I deeply and completely accept myself. We tap on meridian points on our own body, and then we would say that phrase over and over, and there's specific meridian points that we do, and then we do it on the hand.
Right.
Yeah, we do that
Yeah,
on
I remember
the
that,
karate.
yeah.
Yeah, and I also do the Phoenix Effect, which is a good energy therapy for people who want to get rid of something that is really interfering with them, like a person or something that happened to them, a trauma, and they can't get it out of their head.
Like holding on to
Holding on
unnecessary
to
baggage,
something.
yes.
And if there's a person they work with, perhaps, that really irritates them, we can work on that too. And it works
Or a
very
family
well.
member.
Family member. It
Yes.
works very well.
I've heard of emotional freedom techniques. They are important for people who can't let go of the image. Do you know what I mean? The
true.
memory.
That's
So
right.
it's really, it's important for people to know. Listen, we're not saying any one thing is better than the other thing. What we're saying is that there's options.
There's so many options. And
You
this-
have choices. You can explore all different kinds of healing techniques and all different kinds of things. Explore. There's
Even
nothing to lose.
Even Dr. Oz has said that the future of medicine is in energy healing.
Yes. And he's amazing if you know Dr. Oz. I tape him every day. So, I mean, there's so much you can do. And I just think it's amazing. Dr. Krowski is Tuesdays.
That's my Tong Ren class, but I also offer individual
Counsel
sessions,
which I know because I've done both.
and I also offer flower essence therapy for
Oh, tell us about that.
Well, I am trained in the Australian bush flower energy therapy, using the essence of the flowers as their energy source. And then I do a session where I figure out by dowsing what flower essences are in your highest good. And then I will make up a flower essence combination for you.
Did it for me. Yeah.
And then I will do an energy treatment on you on the table, starting with your head. It's almost like Reiki, if those of you are familiar with
Reiki,
it.
yes.
And then moving the energy down and out through your feet.
Right.
It's about 20 to 25 minutes of that. And then you would use
It's
the
so
dry-
relaxing. That's all I can say. It's very relaxing.
It is.
Yes.
It's really good. So I offer that. And the teasel flower essence therapy I was trained in specifically for Lyme disease.
Now that's
So
important,
that has
especially
helped
here on
some
the
people.
vineyard. Yeah.
Yeah, I do a checklist in the beginning when I first see someone of all the symptoms that they have from Lyme. And then every time I see them, we rate them 0 to 10 if they're having an issue with it. 0, none, 10, it's really bad.
Bad, yeah.
So then we watch the progression until they don't need to come anymore.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I know so many people who are sick on the vineyard from Lyme disease.
Yeah, and this helps because I had it. And I'm not sure, but I don't think anybody ever gets rid of it in their system.
No, it can be dormant. I believe that. It can be dormant.
So even me, I will be tired, I'll be rushing around, get stressed, I'll feel a symptom coming back, and I give myself treatments with the teasel flower too.
Right. Oh,
And
that's
then
so
I'll feel
amazing.
better.
And it's important to people know that not only are flowers beautiful, they also have purposes. Each flower, as beautiful as it is, has something
Has
to
its
offer.
own healing
Its own
vibration.
medicinal, yeah. It's medicinal purposes. And if you think about it, a lot of Native Americans used flower essences
Exactly.
for years and years.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember my ancestors talking about, no, go get like dandelion root, it's good for
Yeah.
this and this. And we just don't practice those things anymore. Big medicine has come into our lives in such a way that in some cases it's a benefit and in some not so. So you have to discern what's right for you and make the decisions based on what you need and how best to heal your body individually. And as Dr. Krowski was talking about the energies, the biochemistry of the body, the biorhythms, and
biomechanical system.
all that. It's relevant. It matters.
Yeah, they're finding out that the indigenous people knew something after all.
After all, yeah. And I think it's important for us to acknowledge that, accept that we don't feel well, and then make the necessary steps to feel better.
That's right. And this is the least invasive procedure.
Yeah, that's what I like
this
about
way
it.
first, perhaps, or complement whatever therapy that you're having in conventional medicine.
You know, too, what I think is interesting about this? When you go to the doctor's office and it's big medicine, they're sort of like the boss. It's what they say. But I think your choice to use different healing techniques gives you a little more control because you're saying, okay, I know what's wrong with me. I've taken that step, but now what else can I do? And it gives you a little control over, you feel more involved in your own healing process.
And that's what this is.
Yeah.
It's taking charge of your own healing.
And making choices.
Right, and complementing other choices. When I was going to Tom Tam for my own Lyme disease, you are relaxed. So I was always in a relaxed state. And I would hear other people saying, oh, I have a thyroid issue. And it would click in my head, and I'd say, I do too, because I took 150 micrograms of Synthroid for my whole life, 30 years.
Wow.
So I just said, oh, I do too. And then afterwards, I thought I needed an increase in the dose. So I went back to the endocrinologist, and she said, no, you're taking too much. She tested me every 6 weeks, and every six weeks, she reduced my Synthroid levels that I would take, so that now I only take 75. And I said, is this possible for your thyroid just to regenerate? Because I was told you had to take this the rest of your life. She said, I've read about it, but I've never had any patients where it has improved, and usually it gets worse as you age. So then I showed her the book and explained to her what it was. And she said, you know what? If it's working, that's great, and keep on doing it. So that's how I benefited by somebody else's treatment too.
See, that's amazing. That to me is absolutely amazing. Well, I am so happy that you joined me. Is there anything that we didn't say or anything you'd like to say to the people of Martha's Vineyard about what you offer?
Well, I just love the people of Martha's Vineyard. We're such a diverse population. And this works for anybody, for any age group. It's good for the elderly. And it's a mind, body, spirit, emotion approach, balancing everything. The first session is always free on a Tuesday. I never even want you to put anything in the donation box. And if people don't have anything to donate, that's fine. I just do it because I was helped so much. You reach a point where you think you're never going to get well, and then you do, and then you just want to give back.
Because you're so grateful.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I welcome anybody to come. I might be changing where I'm offering the class
Oh, because you're going to be moving.
Yeah, but I might be doing it somewhere else at another practitioner's office.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, Dr. Ronnie has offered me
Oh,
to
I
do
think
it
that's
there.
fantastic.
So I might be offering it there. So I'll put it in the paper. It's in the paper right now, where it's offered at
On Tuesdays.
on Tuesdays,
MV
6:30
times,
to
activities, yes.
7:30. 34 Mockingbird Drive. But as of November 1st, we'll have a new location.
Well,
And I welcome anybody to come and try it.
You let me know, and we'll put it up on the bulletin board here at the station.
And also, there's the health fair coming up.
Yes, the Martha's Vineyard NAACP is having a community health fair free of charge on the 16th of November at the high school.
Right.
So there's going to be a PSA, and it'll also be on the bulletin board. And Dr. Karen is one of the participating holistic therapies. So,
Yeah, so you'll be able to experience it there.
yeah, and just come on out. It's free, and it's good for you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Gladys.
I really
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much.
This was so informative. And people, Dr. Karen is here. She's available to help. And I thank you so much for joining me for another episode of G's Place. And God bless.